Greetings, everyone. We are here for another collective energy check. Today is November 28th, 2025. Time is now 3:45 Eastern Standard Time. I have already said the prayers. I've already cleansed the energy. I've already shuffled all the decks. So we're going to jump right in and see what Spirit has to say. If you'd like to support the channel, please support the channel at Priority K1 on Cash App. If this video resonates with you, please like and share the video. Ashe. I thank you in advance. Okay. I've mixed the decks up a little bit. For the first card on the bottom of the deck, for the first card in the first row, we have poor choice. So Spirit is telling us that we have someone in the energy that made poor choices. What else, Spirit? Got a homewrecker in energy. And then we have this Auntie energy again. With bad intentions. So this Auntie is the homewrecker. And she had bad intentions. And she needs healing. Spirit saying, speak out. Speak out about what's going on. Speak out about what this Auntie energy is doing. So basically, Spirit is saying, give your testimony. If you have a platform, use your platform or give your testimony. What else, Spirit? What else you have for us, Spirit? Thank you. So we have a Warlock in reverse. I guess that homewrecker and a Warlock or the homewrecker, which is the Auntie energy, and the Warlock don't want to be a Warlock no more. A rivalry among families. We got sex toys in the energy, so this Auntie energy may have something to do with sex toys. And this is a rivalry amongst family. Families. Okay, so sex toys could mean that she gets pleasure out of being a homewrecker, which is wicked, which is evil. Especially with bad intentions. I mean, you got bad intentions and you're getting pleasure out of it. So this Auntie energy, excuse me, confirmation, and this Warlock They work together. What else, Spirit? Tell us more, Spirit. Gamer. Somebody like to play games. And this Auntie energy and this Warlock, they two-faced it. And I definitely know that this Auntie energy, which is my ex, because everybody called her Auntie. She was Auntie to the whole neighborhood. And when we first got into a relationship, I explained to her all the psychology of a relationship, and me explaining to her the psychology of a relationship. One of the things that I explained to her was about self-sabotage. And what did she do? She believed the lie about me and sabotaged our relationship. So before we move on to the third row, we're going to dissect the first row or interpret the first row. And then we're going to jump into the second row. But we start in the second row off with cursed. So this Auntie energy and this Warlock, they are cursed. But Spirit is telling us in the first row that we have Auntie energy, who's a home wrecker, and a Warlock who also could be a home wrecker, but he don't want to be a home wrecker anymore. Both of them play games. Okay? They made poor choices and they both had bad intentions, but they got some type of pleasure out of it. This is a rivalry among families. This Auntie energy, come to find out, the Spirit has revealed that is my aunt. That is my sister. And she's also my mother. And my father who raised me isn't really my father. He's my uncle. That's the Warlock. He don't want to be a Warlock anymore, or either he's not here anymore. By that Warlock being in reverse, it could possibly mean that he is no longer with us here in the 3D. But anyway, this rivalry is among these two families, which is my biological mother and my uncle who actually raised me. Spirit revealed that I was given to my uncle as a debt out of a debt. Spirit saying, speak out about what these two were trying to do, because the Warlock, which was my uncle, was the whole person behind all of this, because he was the one that was supposed to make sure that I get this inheritance when I turned 17. And somehow he got this Auntie energy involved in a wicked plot to steal it. So Spirit is saying that they definitely work together and they self-sabotage their own success, and they both two-faced it. And as a result, they curse themselves and probably their whole family, their whole lineage. It has been revealed that the Auntie energy, who is the home wrecker, was supposed to be the generational curse breaker. And because she didn't step up, I stepped up, and now I am the generational curse breaker. But the curse is going to continue on her bloodline. Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more, Spirit. Mind reading. Don't tolerate bullshit. Okay, so we got mind reading on the first card, and we got curse on the bottom of the deck of the first card, and on the split we got Day 40 Street, and this is some ridiculous bullshit. Spirit being funny. Okay, Spirit saying that Day 40 Street, and this is some ridiculous bullshit. And what mind reading is we got it's a distorted way of thinking. Okay, mind reading is where someone is trying to guess what someone else is thinking, but it's distorted way of thinking, because if you really want to know what somebody is thinking, the best way is to just ask instead of trying to guess or mind read or assume what somebody is thinking. Somebody is about to fall over because they being annoying. So we got somebody being annoying in the energy. The Auntie and this Warlock, who's an uncle, they being annoying. Okay, and how they being annoying is they keep on attacking the collective. Okay, spiritually, that's how they being annoying. They're being annoying by consistently trying to defame the character of the collective. They're being annoying by consistently trying to steal something from the collective. They're being annoying by consistently trying to continue to try to gang stalk the collective. They're being annoying by consistently trying to catfish the collective online and recruiting people for these sex rituals to attack the collective in the spirit. So, what else, Spirit? Small, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Gluttony. Gluttony is one of the 7 deadly sins. So we got this Auntie energy and this Warlock who don't want to be a Warlock anymore, both operating in devil energy. Spirit saying separate from these people who actually chose the wrong crowd. Looks like it's a possibility of something. So we got a Warlock who don't want to be a Warlock anymore. We got an Auntie energy who's a homewrecker, they both are in distorted thinking, and they both are gluttony, confirmation, operating in devil energy, using deception to try to steal from the collective, trying to steal energy from the collective, trying to steal a house from the collective, trying to steal some insurance money from the collective, trying to steal a gift from the collective. Trying to steal a house from the collective. The deception that they're using is they're using the catfish to recruit people online for sex rituals and to defame the character of the collective and to gang stalk the collective. They try to use deception by making the collective, the Auntie, tried to use deception by trying to make the collective think that they are in a conducive, viable relationship, and then ghosting the collective abruptly. The whole plan was to have me unalive myself, or either make it appear to be crazy. So this fake PFA, that this copycat went in front of the court, that this homewrecker, this Auntie energy, who's a homewrecker, got a false POA by saying that I was crazy. So the whole deception was to create a courtship and then abruptly leave the courtship because of all the failed relationship that I had. It was supposed to push me over the edge, and I was either supposed to go crazy or either I was supposed to unalive myself. Tell us more, Spirit. Payout's coming. So it's a possibility that a payout is coming. Justice is coming. Dating with options. Like I said, there's contrast. There's dating with options to recruit these people for these sex rituals. They're both operating in narcissistic energy. So by dating with options, that allows them to have supply so they can have a constant flux or people that they can get energy from. The art of persuasion is they're using knowledge of the 48 laws of power. That they're using the art of persuasion to recruit these people online, in chat groups, and for these sex rituals, and to defame the character and recruiting people for these cults and covens. The contrast is that I come from a family of witches and warlocks, and that means that we all have gifts. Okay, we all have gifts. Okay, but the contrast is that they use their gifts for evil, and I'm using my gifts for good. Okay. What else, Spirit? Corruption is involved. We already know that there's a lawyer, a crooked lawyer in the energy that's being blackmailed. We know that there's a crooked judge in the energy that's being blackmailed. We know that these cults and covens and this church sex cult coven, they're all participating in these sex rituals, and they all are knowingly spreading HIV. And the idea and the goal is to infect as many people as they possibly can, so they can keep these people on a lower vibration, because they know that their time on this earth is limited. So they're trying to get as many people as they possibly can to turn to the devil, pretty much. Because if you are infected with HIV, you are not going to be able to be in a successful relationship. So the whole idea is to get your heart chakra closed off, to make you evil and demonic. It says the court is going to be ruling in my favor or in the collective's favor against this devil energy that tried to steal this gift, this house, this insurance policy, and this inheritance. What else, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. We got a man popped out. So it's a man that's the gamer. Spirit team is in the energy, and the church is in the energy. Okay, we're going to interpret the second row, and then we're going to jump right into the fourth row. I mean the third row, excuse me. You got clairvoyant going into third row. Clairvoyant is a gift. Okay. Excuse me, everyone. Okay, so the second row, going into the second row, on the bottom of the deck on mind reading, which is a distorted way of thinking, we have curse. So this homewrecker, who is this Auntie energy, okay, who had bad intentions along with this warlock, okay, and they made poor choices in the games that they was playing, right? And they are operating in devil energy, okay? And it's the man that is the gluttony that's operating in this devil energy, and that's a gamer. Spirit saying that the games that they are on, okay, is some ridiculous bullshit, and that they both for the street. Spirit saying that they are being annoying with this devil energy, and Spirit saying separate. So if you're not in separation, then it's time to separate, because they are definitely the wrong crowd. Okay? Spirit saying that this man is behind this deception. But Spirit is also saying, don't worry, because we in the energy. And they're going to do something about this church. This church is also for the street, and that's some ridiculous bullshit too. So this Auntie energy, who is the whole witch, okay, and the warlock, which is the uncle, who don't want to be a warlock anymore, who's operating in devil energy, they have these gifts, clairvoyance. But they chose the wrong path. They used their gifts for bad intentions. And they got pleasure out of it. I'm taking that's what sex toys are about. Because sex toys could mean self-pleasure. So they got some type of pleasure out of these bad intentions on attacking the collective. And they definitely work together on this deception. Tell us more, Spirit. We got a pathological liar in the energy. That would be my ex. But they both, since they both operating in devil energy, they both probably pathological liars. Man could be, they both operating in masculine energy. That's what that could mean. They both operating in masculine energy. Uh-oh. They about to lose their gifts, like I was saying. They're gonna lose their gifts in the 5D. They're gonna have everything taken away from them in 5D. And then it's gonna trickle down to the 3D, which means that they're gonna lose everything. They're gonna lose their house, they're gonna lose their job, they're gonna lose their cars, they're probably gonna lose their kids too, for operating in devil energy. Because jealousy is the same as envy, and envy is definitely also one of the 7 deadly sins also. So this is definitely somebody that we know, or the auntie and the uncle who's a warlock are recruiting people into these cults and coven, is somebody that we know. And they jealous. jealous of the calling that God has given us, or jealous of the gifts that God is going to bestow upon us, or jealous of the fact that we are about to enter into the new world, which means that all the evil is going to be eradicated from the earth. They know that their time is limited. At the bottom of the list, on the second card in the third row, is investment. They made poor choices by investing their time and energy into attacking the collective, operating in this devil energy and getting pleasure out of it. Tell us more, Spirit. X is involved. Confirmation. POA is in the energy. It's time to heal. Goat is in the energy. Greatest of all time. Enemy. Of course. Definitely. Where? Unexpected events. These unexpected events could be that because the spirit team is in the energy, is that ancestors could be paying them a visit. That could be the unexpected events. Where? Could be in their home. At the church, possibly. They ain't shit. Spirit always saying that they ain't shit. They ain't shit. These two-faced people, this witch and this warlock, ain't shit. What else, Spirit? Can't block the collective. Spirit saying they need to retire. It's going to be a car accident. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit saying they need to go heal. They want to make up now. They want to make up with the genius. It's going to be a hell no. That should have popped out. Okay, before we dive into the fourth row, we're going to interpret this third row. Then we're going to dive into the fourth row. We're going to clarify with the kipper. I like to clarify with the kipper. All right. So, in the third row, we got We got an Auntie energy and uncle energy, this witch and this warlock, this whole witch and this warlock, who are operating in devil energy and having distorted thinking as a result. And they have spiritual gifts that are about to get taken away from them, okay? And they recruiting people that we know and that are jealous of our spiritual gifts, okay? They definitely jealous, and they are enemy, okay? They need to go heal, Spirit is saying. They made an investment into having bad intentions, and they got pleasure out of attacking the collective. So that was a poor choice, okay? Spirit is saying. But they ain't shit, okay? And they got unexpected events that's probably happening to them, or they're going to have some unexpected events that's going to be occurring where? Probably at their home, probably in the street, being that they for the street, and probably at this church. So they were working hard to attack a sweetheart starseed who's a genius, and now they want to make up. Spirit saying that they need to go heal, though. Either they need to go heal, they need to go to jail. Okay, Kipper. Try to clarify a little bit of this with the Kipper. Bottom of the deck, we got Thief. Okay, so we know that they were trying to steal the collective's energy. We know that they were trying to steal a house. They stole the house. We know that they got money from an insurance policy. We know that they received some payouts from an inheritance. And we know that there's a gift that was promised to the collective. What the gift is, I'm not sure. The gift could have been the house. The gift could have been an item, a picture, a book, or something made of gold. Could have been anything. But it was promised to the collective, and the collective never received it. So they're a thief. Tell us more about this first row, Spirit. Tell us about this first row, Spirit. Family room. Now they having meetings, okay, because they want to make up with the genius. Sudden wealth is in the energy. They chose the wrong path, and somebody's going to be held in high honor as a result. Their pathway don't look too clear, especially with spirit being in the energy, and spirit is in the energy protecting the genius. Spirit is saying separate from these karmic individuals because they got pleasure out of having bad intentions, about making these poor choices and attacking the collective. They self-sabotage their pathway to success. They did this because they were jealous. They recruited people that we know, and now they having unexpected events happening to them. Now they want to make up. This church is definitely the wrong crowd. They are being annoying, and they are all cursed in this deceptive plot that they were using to steal this unexpected wealth, this help, this house, this gift, and this insurance policy, and this inheritance. They made the wrong investment. They ain't shit though, Spirit saying. What is this second row, Spirit? a thief. Spirit is definitely clarifying that this witch, this whole witch who is the home wrecker, and this warlock who don't want to be a warlock anymore, who play too many games, they thieves. Operating in devil energy. There's going to be a court date coming up about this. A wealthy man is involved. That's the warlock who don't want to be a warlock no more. Or either he ain't even with us anymore. The mature male wanted to pop out. Court date and energy again. Definitely going to be a court date. Mature woman wanted to pop out. So that's the witch and the warlock. Spirit, we actually popped the card all the way out for authenticity of the reading. They're going into poverty. That's the reason why they losing their gifts. They losing their houses. They losing their jobs. They losing their cars. They losing their kids. They losing everything. What is this second world spirit? They're expecting something. They were expecting this sudden wealth. They're not going to get it, though. Thank you, Spirit. Again, they're going to court. There's going to be a court date about this. There's going to be a court date about this mature male and this great fortune and this unexpected income that they tried to steal, that they were expecting. They were expecting this great fortune and this sudden wealth. As a result, they're going to court about this. So they try to steal this great fortune and the sudden wealth. Tell us more, Spirit. What is this last row? They worked hard at this, and they derived pleasure for having bad intentions of trying to get the collective to self-sabotage themselves for some great fortune and some sudden wealth. Wealthy man again. The wealthy man is looking like they were the main thing behind this. We got wealthy man popping out, mature man popping out. We got man on the board. That wealthy man and that man may, like I said, may not be here with us anymore. By warlock being in reverse, that's a warlock who don't want to be a warlock anymore or does no longer with us. He was definitely the devil. Here we got wealthy man again. How much of a coincidence can this be? This wealthy man is behind all of this. This wealthy man is the devil. This wealthy man clearly is the devil. Or was the devil. Look. This wealthy man had the bad intentions, okay? This wealthy man is the one that tried to self-sabotage the collective. This wealthy man is the one that's on the ridiculous bullshit that Spirit is saying for us to separate ourselves from. This wealthy man is definitely somebody that we know. This wealthy man is attacking the starseed sweetheart genius. Now they want to make up. There's going to be a message concerned about all of this coming up. Give us information on this third row, please, Spirit. Main female want to pop out. Here we got wealthy man again. This pivotal person. Excuse me. He a thief. Confirmation. That worked hard. This wealthy man who is a warlock and this woman who's the homewrecker, they false people. They both work together, okay? They work together. Where's that at? Work together. They both work together. And they worked hard to steal this sudden wealth from the collective. Okay, let's try to interpret this entire reading because the reading isn't fully developed until the last row. Okay, so I'm going to interpret the last row and then I'm going to go back and summarize the whole reading. All right, so we got here on the third row, we got a thief. Okay, the bottom of the deck on the first card in the third row. Okay, so this thief tried to steal this sudden wealth. Okay, the collective is going to be held in high honor. Okay, all right, and the pathways that they chose is they go into court. Okay, this enemy, who is clearly the devil, is going to have to go to court, and they're a thief. And this mature man is behind this great fortune and this sudden wealth that they try to steal. He worked together with this whole witch who's a home wrecker. They work together, okay? They both are false persons. They're false people. And again, they worked hard being thieves to steal this great fortune and this sudden wealth. All right, so let's go back and summarize the whole message. So we got a witch and a warlock in the energy who made poor choices and had bad intentions that they took pleasure out of in trying to get the collective to self-sabotage. Okay, and Spirit is saying that obviously this is a rivalry amongst family, which is it could be a spiritual connotation stating that this is a previous lifetime connection. Okay, Spirit saying, speak out about what's going on. Okay, this shit is all over the internet. Most all the readers have the same message. All you have to do is tap into the tarot, and all the readers are pretty much having the same message because Spirit moves the same. Okay, some readers might have a message from a older timeline. Some readers might have a message from a timeline that hasn't fully developed yet. Some readers are giving messages on the current timeline. But at any rate, these two people are two-faced, okay? I mean, come on. I mean, if you got a mother that gave up her child and you got an uncle who raised that child, and then both of them attack that child in the spirit and in the 3D, they ain't shit. Okay? Like Spirit saying, they ain't shit. Okay? And they on some ridiculous bullshit. Okay? And as a result, they cursed. They cursed themselves, they cursed their entire family. Okay? But they for the street. Okay? Spirit saying they being annoying with attacking the collective consistently in the spirit and still trying to steal this sudden wealth when they died. Their deadline for trying to steal this sudden wealth has been up, and they were supposed to give the collective what the collective is due, this sudden wealth, but they didn't. And that's what's so annoying. Okay, Spirit is saying separate from this wrong crowd of evil enemy people, okay, who try to use deception, okay? This man and this woman try to use deception and along with this church sex cult coven to attack the collective in its spirit and to try to defame the collective's integrity by recruiting people on the internet and chat groups and doing sex rituals to attack the collective. But the spirit team is in energy, okay? They are operating in devil energy. As a result, they have distorted thinking, okay? And as a result, they are going to lose their spiritual gifts, with clairvoyant being the bottom of the bottom card on the repo, on the first card, and the third row being repo. That means that they're going to lose their gifts. They recruited people that we know, and they did all this because they were jealous of the collective. They're jealous of our gifts. With Spirit again saying that they ain't shit for trying to attack a genius. Now they want to make up. Spirit saying that they need to go heal. This devil energy, this witch and this warlock tried to steal this sudden wealth. They thieves. They try to steal. And as a result, their pathway is going to the courthouse. And the collective is going to be held in high honor. This mature man is behind all of this thievery of this great fortune and this sudden wealth. They both worked hard at being false people using deception to try to steal from the collective and get the collective to self-sabotage. So I'm going to just see if Spirit wants us to pull any more information. Spirit, is the reading over, yes or no? Or shall we pull people, places, or things? Yes or no? Okay, Spirit saying there's more information, so we're going to pull people, places, and things. I'm going to start by, and then we're going to close with the, I always like to start with numbers or letters. We're going to pull some letters and see if there's any synchronicities with these letters. I usually pull 6 letters. Maybe some of these letters will resonate with somebody in the collective. We got P. We got X. PX. XP. Wow. Got D, PXD. Huh. We got T, PT, part-time. TP, toilet paper, ain't shit. DT. And G. That's a synchronicity. That's the first letter of my ex's name. None of that makes any sense to me. None of it. The only synchronicity is G. But X is in the energy. So that could be my ex, and her name start with a G. PT. I think they do PT in the military. Somebody could be in the military. GD. God damn, maybe. Nothing else makes sense. NP. Non-player. TX. XP. Especially, maybe. MT. DG. Could be, Spirit could be trying to say dog. Spirit called her an insecure dog in the last reading. Maybe Spirit trying to say that they was over the top with this bullshit. Maybe Spirit saying next, maybe. Maybe it makes sense to somebody else in the collective. Maybe there's a synchronicity with someone, these letters. If there's a synchronicity, please like and share the video. Support the channel at Priority K1 on Cash App. Let's pull some numbers. See if we can get any synchronicities out of the numbers. Four. 10. 10 is completion. Somebody could be 4 years old. Somebody could be 10 years old. 410 could be an address. Yeah, 0. Somebody could be 40. Somebody could be 74. Somebody could be 47. Somebody can be 75. Somebody could be 50. I'm 57, so that's a synchronicity. I am 57. Somebody could be 54. Somebody could be 50. 57 is a synchronicity with me because I am 57. One more card, Spirit. Oh. Okay, 570. Could be a synchronicity, could be an address. Hmm. 570 could be an angel number. Let's see. Angel number 570. It says angel number 570 signifies positive life changes, spiritual growth, and the importance of trusting your inner wisdom as you align with your soul's purpose. It is a message that you are on the right path and that your guardian angels are guiding you through important transformation. 10, I know that means completion. So, like I said, this Warlock might not be with us anymore. 10-4. I know that's what Police officers say when they're on the radio, when they complete a transmission, 10-4, that means end of transmission. 10-4, roger that, same thing, 10-4. Maybe Spirit is letting us know, trying to tell us that this shit is 10-4. Zero is falling right up under here. So that maybe Spirit is telling us that these karmics are adding up to 0-0. Nothing. That's interesting. Pull some states and see where maybe some states have some synchronicities. What do you have for Spirit? Guam. Maybe that's where they was doing the voodoo magic at. Maybe that's where they traveled to consult a dark high priestess. Arizona, that's been in the energy. South Carolina, that's been in the energy. Alabama. We got Montana. We got Delaware. One more, Spirit. Indiana. South Carolina has been in the energy. Almost every reading, South Carolina pop out. Now we'll pull out some people, places, or things, and then we'll close with a prayer. Cleanse the energy. And let Spirit choose which one. People, places, or things that Spirit wants to choose from. Which one, Spirit? Okay. Choose from that one. Got a blank. Spirit saying that these people are nothing. They nothing. Hair locks. Somebody with hair locks is in the energy. Maybe this Warlock got hair locks. Alive. Maybe this Warlock is alive. It's over though. It's over for them. Spirit says, welcome. One more, Spirit. Thank you. Office party. Somebody itchy. Somebody could have something that's incurable, and they itching from it. You get a blank. Spirit saying that they drawing a blank. Somebody with hair locks in the energy. Alive. Maybe Spirit saying, I was supposed to be unalive in this plot, but I'm alive. Maybe these people had an office party. Welcome. Maybe Spirit is saying, welcome, I did a sin, I passed my test. And Spirit saying that this is over. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to close with a prayer. Close the energy. I'm going to take one, Spirit. What is the closing prayer you have for us today, Spirit? Psalm 51, verse 10, verse 112, verse 144, chapter 144, verse 15. Okay. Let me get the Bible out. Psalm 51, verse 10. Psalm 51, verse 10 is a prayer from King David, asking for a clear heart and a renewed spirit. Different Bible translations render it slightly differently, but the core message is a plea for God to create a pure heart and restore steadfast spirit within him. Yes. This prayer comes as David confesses his sins, acknowledging his need for God's help to be truly changed from the inside out. Let's see what the verse, how it reads. Verse 10 reads, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Interesting. Psalm 51, verse 112. Psalm 51, verse 112. Somebody don't want to cooperate. Psalm 51, verse 112. Look it up in the Bible. Psalm 51. Okay, there's no verse 112. That's weird. Psalm 51. That's got to be verse 12 then. Verse 12 reads, make me as happy as you did when you saved me. Make me want to obey. Psalm 144, verse 15. Psalm 144, verse 15 reads, O Lord and our God, you give these blessings to all who worship you. Okay, so Spirit is saying worship him. Okay, and if we worship him, we will be blessed. And these karmics, they made a mistake. But they made a mistake that can't be corrected. That concludes the reading. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. If this message resonates, please like and share the video. If you'd like to support the channel, you can support the channel at Priority K1 on Cash App. That'll allow me to buy more decks. That'll allow me to continue to spread the message. For now, we have homemade decks, 80 situations in each deck. There's currently 13 decks. So if you'd like to see more decks and new decks, you can support the channel and we'll buy more decks, add more situations into the decks. But thanks for joining me. Everyone be blessed. Until the next time we meet and greet, Ashe.